So we have got to get on to what happened on 60 Minutes last night. Unbelievable. I'm ashamed of you, Scott Pelley. I'm ashamed of you. You're disgusting. You failed America's children. I'm glad you feel so good about yourself. But my kids and the kids of anybody who's got young ones who are in elementary school or middle school are the ones who are going to pay the penalty for the, using your favorite word, disinformation you put out on CBS News last night. Mike Wallace is rolling over in his grave. Ed Bradley, too. They had on Moms for Liberty. And Moms for Liberty, of course, is this group of moms originating out of Florida who decided to run for school boards and so on when they saw overreaches by teachers who want to indoctrinate students in left-wing thinking instead of just teaching them basic subject matters, math, reading, and so on. And then they also reacted to the COVID overreach. And they've been great. I mean, they have 100,000 strong, they say. So they've been getting out a little bit more into the press. We played a soundbite recently of Tiffany Justice on with Joy Reid on MSNBC. It didn't go well. I'm just going to tell you, it didn't go well. Joy Reid did not give her a fair shake. And though I love Tiffany, I don't think it went very well for her. I don't. I love her and I love them and I want them to get better at media before they keep going out there. I'm just going to be honest. Because I watched this with immense frustration. Immense. Not everybody can do media. Not everybody can fight with the likes of Scott Pelley and CBS and 60 Minutes. Not everybody knows their tactics and what they're going to do. And he embarrassed them because he's deceitful and dishonest, which was foreseeable, and Moms for Liberty taped it, which, yes, that was the move. But you even if you've given the answer in response to an earlier question, you must give it again. Everything, it must be given in response to each question, or he will not use it. Just because you referenced something earlier, you cannot skip it the second time or third time he comes back to it, because he will keep asking it of you until you give him a generic answer, and then he will show it to his audience and say, she dodged. She didn't answer the question. That's what effers these guys are. So that's my friendly criticism to Moms for Liberty, and I hope they listen to me. Scott Pelley, you, on the other hand, are dishonest and disgusting, and I saw exactly what you did to them. These are moms who got off the couch to be activists to help their kids, and you treated them like they were terrorists. The way you treated them was grossly dishonest and a journalistic disservice to your audience and to children. I'm literally getting hot is it my age? I'm getting hot. Like I'm mad. So let me show you what he did. First, he asks, what ideology are the children being indoctrinated into? Okay, I'm going to set it up for you. I'm not sure where this begins. He's asking, they're saying, look, we love teachers, but there are some rogue ones in America. And he does the old eyebrow. He does the eyebrow. I could show you the eyebrow if my Botox weren't fresh. Rogue teachers? Rogue teachers, he says. And they answer, the other woman is Tina Descovich, who's with her. Rogue teachers. They stand by. And then Tiffany says, parents send their children to school to be educated, not indoctrinated into ideology. And there goes Scott Pelley. What ideology? Okay, now watch.
There are rogue teachers in America's classrooms right now.
Rogue teachers.
Rogue teachers.
Parents send their children to school to be educated, not indoctrinated into ideology.
What ideology are they being indoctrinated into?
Let's just say children in America cannot read.
They often dodged questions with talking points.
You're being evasive.
21% of Hispanic students are reading on grade level.
You're being evasive. What ideology are the children being indoctrinated into? What is your fear?
I think parents' fears are realized. They're looking at these books where sexual discussions are happening with their children at younger and younger age.
Okay, stop it. That's exactly where she needed to answer the question again. She didn't answer. She looked evasive because she actually didn't answer there. And I know she can. She's living this. He said, what ideology are they being indoctrinated into? Let's just say children in America cannot read. Often they dodged questions. You're being evasive. And her answer was far too generic. You want to know what ideology they're being indoctrinated into? They are being indoctrinated into race essentialism, where they believe you have a different power structure or different deficits heaped on you at birth based on skin color and sins of the past with which you have nothing to do. They are being taught gender ideology that allows them to choose their sex like it's a menu at a Chinese restaurant. From the single digits, they are being sexualized when they are in elementary school, which is severely damaging to their mental health and primes them for victimhood and exploitation by grown-ups. Some could call it woke. Some could call it diversity, equity, and inclusion, which eventually Scott got around to mentioning without the equity because he took out the most controversial part. But it's very easy to explain what these teachers are doing. We've all been living it for years now. These two women know it better than anybody. In the longer interview of the transcript, we've gotten pieces from Moms for Liberty online, and they did mention the gender. But you got to mention it each time. You can't let's just say children in America cannot read. No, Tina, that's not the answer. My answer is the answer. Tell Americans what they're doing. Now, behind the scenes, apparently they did give Scott Pelley the books, you guys. Right? Because this whole segment on CBS News was about book banning, which is the wrong subject. That's not the right subject. The subject is what they're doing to our minor children when we are not with them at the schools we pay for, either with our tax dollars or with our tuition dollars. That's the subject. Why do they want to talk about blowjobs with my minor child without me there? Scott, why don't you do a story on that? He's not interested in that. He wants to talk about the book bans, the evil book bans of books like, here's one that we've talked about, genderqueer. That's one. Just so people, just for a refresher. And then All Boys Aren't Blue. I'm looking at All Boys Aren't Blue right now. I'm sorry. Can you see this? It's a penis. It's a penis that's being massaged at the end with things to try. And then another one talking about ejaculation. I'll read from you. This is one of the books that got banned that CBS is apparently so upset about. An excerpt. You told me to take off my pajama pants, which I did. You then took off your shorts. This is two boys, followed by your boxers. There you stood in front of me fully erect and said, taste it. At first I laughed and refused, but then you said, come on, Matt, taste it. This is what boys like us do when we like each other. I finally listened, and on it goes. Yeah, we don't want that in our schools. You're right. I don't want it in my high school. I certainly don't want it in my middle or my elementary school. Scott Pelley, he was provided books like this. He refused to put them on the air. Why? Because they're too disgusting. Because they'd get censored by the FCC. So it chose instead to try to make Moms for Liberty look like a bunch of extremists who didn't have the facts to back up their arguments about a really serious issue. Okay, so a couple of years ago, I bought these glasses from Bond Charge. I use the orange ones when I'm watching TV, and I use the yellow ones when my eyes are tired from looking at the computer, and I love them. My whole family loves them. You know, sometimes your eyes are just tired at the end of the day. My little guy, Thatcher, and I put on our orange glasses, and we watched Liar Liar the other day. It was actually really fun. Bond Charge is a great company, and they have this whole approach to wellness that's holistic. So there's a bunch of fun stuff on their websites that you could check out because it's a brand dedicated to optimizing all aspects of your life. They're grounded in science, they're inspired by nature, and their evidence-based products cover a broad spectrum of premium wellness items like those glasses. Okay, but it's not just the glasses. From enhancing sleep and boosting performance to upping your energy and accelerating recovery and balancing hormones, Bond Charge offers a diverse range of benefits. Here's the thing they want you to consider now. Their infrared sauna blanket from Bond Charge that they say can burn extra calories and detoxify. This innovative blanket elevates your heart rate, simulating the effects of physical exercise. Bond Charge says sweating during the process will help eliminate heavy metals and toxins from your body. And setting it up takes less than a minute, and then it rapidly heats up for a quick and convenient experience. For a limited time, save 15% by visiting Bond, B-O-N, Charge, CHARG.com/MK, and use that coupon code MK. Bondcharge.com/MK. Use the coupon code MK to save 15%. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.